Probably don't need to tell you that we got right to the very, or near the very end of this New Zealand TQ Championship before rain fell as the TQs were lining up on the dummy grid for last night's feature race. And so this is a one-off, one-go show here on a Sunday afternoon at ruapuna Speedway. Let's give you the grid positions for the all-important 25-lap New Zealand TQ Championship presented by Melrose Motorsport. Starting from grid 20 out of Kihiki, it's the 11 car of Royden Crawford. From grid 19, the rookie from Christchurch, Lockie Brett in the 39. 18 is Nelson's Morgan Frost in the 7N car. Scratched is the 21 of Jack Wilson, who would have started from 17. From 16 from Nelson in the Dirtworks car, it's Jaden Corkill, and Jamie Booth from Christchurch in the 46 will start from 15. The veteran in the 6B car from Napier is Dwayne Todd from 14, and Troy Pennington in the 4A will start from grid number 13. Multi-time New Zealand mini sprint champion now is TQ superstar Sean Cook in the 18 car will start from grid number 12, and former New Zealand midget car champion and TQ Nationals podium occupier Peter Honeybell in that 39 will start from 11. From 10 in the 24 car from Auckland, it's Cole Robertson, and from 9 his fellow teammate or fellow driver from the City of Sales, Bryce Pennington in the 5A car. Out of 8 from Christchurch, New Zealand, now living in Australia, it is Tyler Warnock in the 33, and the super impressive Christchurch rookie Malachi Webb goes from quarter midget action last summer to starting grid 7 in this, the 71st New Zealand TQ Championship. Gone from grid number 6, he is the 5-time and defending New Zealand TQ champion Jeremy Webb, and from grid number 5, another impressive Aucklander, Scott Baker in the 88A car. Row number 2, boy, couple of big guns here. Regan Tyler in the 56 car from Kihiki from 4, Caden Barker in the 64A from 3. Our front row occupiers are Aaron Humble in the 2 and Dylan McGregor in the 17 car. Plenty of drama still to be played out. Qualifying action was very, very clean and tidy, with the exception of a couple of flips and photo finishes. But generally it was hard and fast. No reason why today's 25-lap final doesn't dish up just something off a slightly different menu. Last minute adjustments being made down there. The 18 of Cook, the 2 of Humble, the 1 of Jeremy Webb, and the 66 of Jaden Corkill. Statistically, he is the GOAT of TQ racing. Jeremy Webb. Be really interesting to see which line he takes. I'm suspecting he might move up the racetrack a bit and play the momentum game.
With that sun beating in, the track is definitely drying out. The track crew have done a marvellous job to get a surface ready for us to race on. But it's changing by the minute, isn't it?
It is, and doing a racetrack for an event like the day after a significant amount of drizzle or rain is so tough, because invariably you have that sun beating down on it. This is going to be a race that in one respect or another, the platform has been laid in the pits and in the workshops. You know, it's the tyres, it's the selection, it's the fuel. You know, 25 laps. I will be very surprised if we get a green to checker for a 25-lap final for a New Zealand TQ Championship. But stranger things have happened. And when you look at the very good drivers that missed out on their opportunity to compete in this event, these guys here, for a lot of them, the initial goal, let's get our spot on the grid for the final, then we will see what goes down. So Georgia Lewis driving The car raced by Chris Beach, one of the true legends of New Zealand TQ racing. George's father Greg restored this car. It is an absolute picture. And Georgia, a quarter midget car competitor here at Ruapuna, with the honours. She's tracking the Melrose Motorsport Pace vehicle being driven by long-time Speedway enthusiast and top-class midget car driver in a very short career before he went rallying, Lethal Lee Young. Here we go, folks. It's a 4-wide salute. Let's give them a big wave. Send them on their way. This is going to be something special. Come on back straight, give them a wave, get up, because the 4-wide salute for the New Zealand TQ Championship. 19 cars the entry for this final, remembering that Jack Wilson in the 21k car was a very late scratching. Conditions totally alien to what the drivers have contested the first 2 nights of this New Zealand event. It is the biggest TQ event in the Southern Hemisphere, bar none. In fact, globally, it is right up there, because TQs don't have a real stronghold in Australia. They certainly got some regional stuff over in the United States of America, but in New Zealand, they are one of the real keys to the open wheel speedway landscape. Dylan McGregor on the inside of that front row. It will get dusty, I think there's no doubt about that.
I can't help but look at the surface and think, watching it change in front of us, isn't it?
It has been. We got up into this tower at 11 a.m. and we're looking out there and going, wow, look at this. And in fact, had a look at the track and I thought, boy, this could bite someone. We were even talking about the potential drivey track situation, and next thing the cloud cover just lifted. And as us Cantabrians know, when the sun comes out here, the sun sure does come out. Clerk of the course, Rob Roxburgh, pivotal to the organisation behind this track here and the club at Ruapuna. We'll give them the 1 to go signal. So much at stake. Reputations, aspirations, some drivers possibly nearing the end of their time in the TQs to move on to other things or move on out. And whoever eventually wins this New Zealand TQ Championship will have done it beating one of the strongest fields in the long history of this event. Sit down, lock yourself in, folks. It's the 71st New Zealand TQ Midget Car Championship, Ruapuna Speedway, presented by Melrose Motorsport. A very tidy start, clean. We have gone green. The dust starts to fly. It's Dylan McGregor. Here comes the 56 car of Regan Tyler. Little bit of argy-bargy stuff going on at the back. Corkle's been spat out like a dud check. Yellow's going to come out. What a move by Regan Tyler from that second row. The seas literally parted for him. And I sense it's going to be one of those races where, rather than playing the waiting game and the anticipation and so on, they're actually just going to pin their ears and go for it. Simple strategy, foot down, chase that checkered flag. Let's see if Tyler gets the same luxury this time. That front row, Dylan McGregor, Aaron Humble, row number 2, Caden Barker, Regan Tyler. The third row, Scott Baker and Jeremy Webb. Webb defending this title on his home patch. Again, another orderly run up to the chalk line. McGregor down low. This time, The momentum is swung his way. A little bit tidier. This time it is Dwayne Todd that's sort of been shuffled back through the deck of TQ cards, but Dylan McGregor, he leads the way. 2013 New Zealand TQ champion, followed down by Caden Barker in the 64 car. Then we go back to Aaron Humble in the 256, Regan Tyler, Jeremy Webb there or thereabouts in the 1NZ car, sitting there in 5th, and then it is the 88 of Scott Baker. Start looking for 1 or 2 drivers just to test the waters a little bit higher up. And I'd be looking for someone like Peter Honeybell in the 39 machine, who's just gone by the 33 of Tyler Warnock. So Honeybell up into around 7th spot. 4 down, 21 to go. The top 6 have got a break on their opponents. So it's Dylan McGregor, the Kuru contracting car. He aced them all at the start. Caden Barker hanging on to that 2nd spot. Big battle going on at the back of that leading pack between the 56 of Regan Tyler and the 88 of Baker. Jeremy Webb plotting the course in front of him. It's Aaron Humble, the current 2NZ, that holds that 3rd spot. Webb just muscles his way through onto the inside. Local boy Jeremy Webb, the 5-time national champion, moves up into 3rd. He is playing it very smart. Now he is in hot pursuit of our race leader, Dylan McGregor. Caden Barker moves the online stabilisers car right up beside McGregor. Here comes Webb. He's right up onto the tail of McGregor. Down the back chute they go past the Value Cars Warehouse Grandstand, through Prison Bend. Caden Barker leading the way, Dylan McGregor 2nd, Jeremy Webb in 3rd. Then we've got Aaron Humble, Regan Tyler, Scott Baker, Malachi Webb, the TQ rookie, running there in 7th. Behind him another Cantabrian in Tyler Warnock, rounding out the top 10. Peter Honeybell and Cole Robertson. Barker just muscling his way through, opening up a bit of an advantage over McGregor. And for McGregor and Webb, it's important that this battle between the two of them doesn't create a situation where they actually lose contact with our race leader, Caden Barker. Now we've got Regan Tyler starting to get into the action there. Barker in 4th. Malachi Webb locked in a big battle with another local driver, Tyler Warnock. Passing opportunities at a little bit of a premium. It's hot and it is slick. But you can just see Webb, he is trying to lure McGregor into an era, putting so much pressure on McGregor as they go through those corners. Regan Tyler trying to make the move on Jeremy Webb. There's a slight gap. The door gets slammed right in front of Tyler's face. Now we've got Caden Barker. He's got a close on 2-second advantage over his opponents as the 5 car retires to the infield. That's Bryce Pennington. But Barker on a little bit of a stroll, but look at this battle. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. In 2nd, it's McGregor, Jeremy Webb in behind him. Then we've got Regan Tyler right on Webb's bumper. Aaron Humble and Scott Baker, the cream very much at the top of the bottle right now. 17 laps down, 18 next time by the NPD 100% fuel start finish line. and the rest of the drivers will be praying for a yellow as Caden Barker makes the inside move on the lapped car. That's the Dalton's entry, driven by Royden Crawford. Webb's up into second. Lap starting to run out. He is giving himself a battler's chance. A lot of hopes on JW. He's closed the gap. Here's the yellow, and the 64's gone round. We talked about drama, the unscripted story of a New Zealand TQ championship, and Caden Barker has gone around. Not sure what led up to that. It's all in the Speedway New Zealand officials' hands now. But just as Jeremy Webb's crew said, after the first couple of meetings, the New Zealand Championship isn't won in meeting 1 or meeting 2. It is won in the final. Oh boy. Barker was 2.4 seconds ahead. Just looking at the review, which we do, the replay, which we have the luxury of, there was contact between Barker and Jaden Corkill. Look where Barker is now. After leading the orchestra, he is now sitting at the back of the field playing the triangle. 6 laps to go. Never write these guys off. It's Jeremy Webb in the 1NZ car, the local driver, the 5-time New Zealand TQ champion. He leads them around. Dylan McGregor in the 17, sitting in second. Regan Tyler in the 56. The 2 of Aaron Humble. Scott Baker in the 88. Then we go back. Malachi Webb putting up a stunning performance, running in around 7th spot. Well, Hollywood movies are made on less drama than this. And 2 wise old heads of Speedway racing who have got significant CVs from their time chasing the clay track dream now occupy the front row for the 6-lap dash. This will be intriguing. This will be game on. Green flag flies. 6 to go. And it's Jeremy Webb. Regan Tyler in close and personal. McGregor's drifted back to around 4th spot. Regains his composure. He's in a big battle with Aaron Humble in the 2 car. So it's J-Dub. We've got one around down there. Is this going to bring the yellow out? Are they going to be able to get moving quick enough? No, they've managed. The green light stays on. No, it comes on. Oh, boy. Brendan,
that's full of drama, isn't it? No, where do you look on that? That's there's all sorts right throughout the pack. There's people moving and swapping positions.
Yep. What will be going through these drivers' heads, Brendan? Like enormous pressure, like the self-belief that Jeremy Webb has. They've been looking down the barrel adversity for a big chunk of this weekend, and he finds himself with 6 laps to go.
Oh, coming from grid 6, it shows the talent that he's got, isn't it? So absolutely brilliant there to see that. But I feel for the guys like Dylan McGregor as well. You know, he was leading the race for a while.
Well, so much of it is that big match temperament, putting yourself in a position that doesn't compromise where you are at. And one of the aces in Jeremy Webb's hand are his long-serving pit crew. They have been with him for an absolute eternity. I know one of his long servers in Wayne Nicholson, sitting over there on the west coast, tuned into the live stream. And these guys just brought so much to the J-Dub camp. Green flag flies again. Humble has drifted out high and wide. He lost 3 spots, so Aaron Humble now running in around 5th position. The lap's counting down. It's our local rock star of TQ Racing, Jeremy Webb. He's got a 2-3 car advantage over Regan Tyler. Down the back chute through Prison Bend. Webb, Tyler, McGregor, but McGregor is coming under the cosh from Scott Baker. And Peter Honeybell. Oh, Honeybell, he's muscling it up. Tyler Warnock spins to the infield. Hopefully he's far enough away from the going that he's not going to bring the yellow out. It'll be lap 23 next time by. The 100% fuels yellow light. Oh, man. The opera is never over till the weight challenge one has sung.
This is piling pressure on pressure, isn't it? You know, like to have that composure to withstand this many restarts. It's not just a feature race. This is the New Zealand Championship. So
it is the New Zealand Championship, and you know a lot of drivers came here from the North Island throughout the season, tested the water, and without exception, they said if you want to win the New Zealand Championship at Ruapuna, you got to come and play in J-Dub's sandpit, and you've got to beat him. 3 to go. What an outstanding race. Jeremy Webb's father, Dick, a 2-time New Zealand TQ champion. Also won a New Zealand championship when modified sprints were a national class.
So it runs in the family, doesn't it?
It is in the gene pool. Oh, man. Three to go. Time starting to run out for Regan Tyler. Jeremy Webb will be as cool as a cucumber as he brings them round. Green flag. So it's Jeremy Webb, Regan Tyler, Dylan McGregor, Peter Honeybell's worked his way up into 4th spot. Then we go back to the 88 of Scott Baker, down through the Prison Bend. Be white flag out next time by. Who would have picked this? Yellow out again, one up against the fence down there by the Magan Turbo pit gates. Aaron Humble dropping like flies. Situation normal. Still got 3 to go. The K&T Drainage 1NZ being driven by Jeremy Webb. Let's bring them on round. Green flag about to fly for the umpteenth time. Regan Tyler may have to wait a long time for an opportunity like this one. Down the back chute they go. Tyler has another wee look to see if there's anything happening down on the bottom part of the racetrack. But Webb, he is sticking to his line. He is hitting the marks with absolute perfection. Dare we say it, the white flag will be out next time past the start-finish line. Jeremy Webb, is he on his way to an absolute spot of New Zealand Speedway history? Regan Tyler in behind him. Down the back straight they go. Still moves being made. Dylan McGregor's gone back to 4th spot. But cometh the man, cometh the hour. The 71st New Zealand TQ champion is Jeremy Webb. Regan Tyler in second. Peter Honeybell drove a whale of a race to get home in 3rd. Scott Baker in 4th. Dylan McGregor in 5th. Get down to the fence, folks. Give him a wave, because we have seen Speedway history books rewritten. And in a lot of what we've heard in the last few days, you may well say that was one that was against the odds. Let's run through the top 10 as they cross the line. Jeremy Webb in the 1NZ. Regan Tyler in the 56. Man, he threw everything at it. Peter Honeybell in 3rd. A stunning performance by Honeybell, starting from grid number 11. Scott Baker in the 88 from 4th. Dylan McGregor in the 17, 5th. Sean Cook in the 18 was 6th. Cole Robertson, 24A 7th. Malachi Webb in the 10 car was 8th. 9th. Tyler Warnock, and a farewell from Ruapuna Speedway to Tyler as he heads off onto his next life in Australia. Dwayne Todd, such a great stalwart of Speedway racing, 10th in the 6B. Lockie Brett can hold his head high in his first season as a TQ racer, finishing 11th. Caden Barker clipped the ticket in Heartbreak Hotel and finishes 12th. Morgan Frost in 13th. Jaden Corkle 14th, Troy Pennington 15th, Jamie Booth 16th, Royden Crawford 17th, Aaron Humble 18th, Bryce Pennington 19th. But folks, put it all together for Jeremy Webb. And in one of the great traditions, it's the Polish victory lap. The amount of self-belief that Jeremy Webb has had. He appeared on our show Methanol Madness several weeks ago, and he was so upbeat and so ready for this. And it was the performance that you would expect of a champion. Let's go down to Louise Smith, and well, Louise, what a rip snorter of a TQ race, and that does cement Jeremy Webb as the greatest.
A well-deserved celebration down here for Jeremy Webb as he asks for the check instead of the flag. He stands atop the 1NZ and picks up his 6th New Zealand TQ title. What a race. As he celebrates with the team, well-deserved hugs as he goes down in history as one of New Zealand's best TQ drivers. Lots of celebrations as the entire family joins him down here, and we'll let them enjoy their celebrations before we ask for a quick word with him.
Well, Brendan, that was worth missing going to church for a Sunday morning, wasn't it? What a stunning race, and so looking forward to hearing the words of Jeremy Webb. Regan Tyler, and there should be about 25 kitchen sinks bouncing around the racetrack right now because he threw every single one at them. Peter Honeybell, you've got to take your hat off for this guy because he just cranks up that wee car, started from grid 11 and drove the nungers off it to finish in third. Scott Baker fourth, Dylan McGregor fifth. This will be one heck of a celebration and a time when I truly believe man has beaten machine on the Speedway track to take out a win. Let's go back down to Louise.
Jeremy, almost an underdog coming into, well, tonight now, going into day 3 of this title, starting 6th. I know a little bit further back, you didn't quite have the Friday night you were anticipating, but making the most of some really good heat races yesterday, able to really show some great patience there and fight your way forward from 6th to 1st. And I mean, that celebration says it all, I think. Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, man, I don't really know what to say about this one. Like, last night it seemed like we had half the crowd in our bloody pit. We got so many damn people supporting us and helping, so really special for everyone. You know, there's probably 7 or 8 guys here that have won 6 titles with me now, and we've got the likes of Stretch and Nathan and all those guys that have, it's their first one, so yeah, unreal. Sponsors, yeah, Gordon. I'll probably have to walk around the car to find the rest of them. Big thanks to Jimmett's Power Tools, Chris. You know, they got this thing in, and if it was my choice, we would have postponed it and rerun because Grid 6 wasn't the place for us, but man, not complaining now.
Congratulations, Jeremy Webb picks up New Zealand TQ title number 6 here at Ruapuna Speedway. A round of applause for your hometown hero, Jeremy Webb, and we'll jump into second place. Regan Tyler, wow, you guys have had a really great, obviously, season up north as well, and coming down here is probably finishing second is not exactly what you guys wanted, but to survive out there for all 25 laps and be there at the pointy end was what counted for you guys.
Yeah, well, I don't care, 1, 2, same to me at this point. Jeremy is the go to TQ racing. He's won it all. He's been the best. We knew coming in that he was not going to be easy to beat. Like, he was still the guy to beat, regardless of how his car was running, where he qualified. It didn't matter, you know. So we got what we expected out of Jeremy. We were close. We had a run, and man, we beat everyone else. So I'm stoked. You know, this isn't our backyard. We come down here once a year, and you know, battle it with the best. Like, they're out here every week and testing and tuning, and we come here once a year and we put that performance in. I'm stoked. Thank you to Peter. Man, he gave us some hot rod shocks all year. He's been developing with us, giving us the best equipment we can run with. My brother Corey, he's put everything into this car. Man, I would not be here without him. Also to Aaron for all his time he puts in, and my family just, yeah, it's really emotional because, you know, you spend so much time to get here, and for it to pay off how it did, you know, we want to go one better, but, you know, we got many years ahead. I'll take the 2 right now, and, man, I'll run with it. I'm stoked. Thank you.
Congratulations, Regan Tyler picks up 2NZ. And next up, third place on the podium here for the New Zealand TQ Championship. Peter Honeybell comes from grid 11 to pick up third place. Peter, a lot of passing going on there, a lot of surviving some of those restarts, and there was a lot going on out there. What was the race like from your perspective and making your way up to this third position?
Yeah, like I said, I think I burn up every friendship token I have in this class this weekend, whether it's politically or on the track, and that's how we've got forward from 11 to 3. Like I say, I've been a big advocate this weekend of doing it honestly and doing the right thing, and I'm glad to see Jeremy, clearly one of the greatest in the class, and I don't think his legacy will ever be kind of beaten. And Regan is the next one to fill his boots. So after this whole weekend, in our last heat, we DNF'd one, racing too hard, just trying to make up for being legal, and kind of thought I'd thrown away in that point, but then just put the visor down on those last 5 to 6 laps and just burnt up everyone and got to the front. So super stoked with third from 11, but I guess it's a weekend that just another one that could have been, you know, after the 4 or 5 that I feel like I should have won, or at least, you know, either been on the podium. And like I say, actually, I'll not finish it up with the sponsors, always Facades, Chris Lane in the car, and he's put heart and soul into this. We've blown an engine before we came down. There was no hesitation, put another one, let's go. He's backed me with this. We're building another car. Like, he is in this to do what we do. And big shout out to Mitch, Ben, and Kiwi for being down here yesterday. They couldn't stay back. They're probably flying back in that plane up there right now. But this is for them as well. They busted their ass and got dragged through the mud as I was kind of making a fool of myself through the pits. But here, mum and dad, just for keeping me in the sport, keeping my head up, and my lovely partner Amy. Everyone knows around the sport. She doesn't get enough thanks. She probably is, in the North Island, I feel, is one of the cornerstones of keeping this whole Speedway circuit together. So shout out to her, and like I say, just everyone that's turned up this weekend. It's the biggest one I've ever raced in, with the 53 inches, I think it was, and it's just, I can't talk about how tough this one was. You know, there was probably 15 cars that were A-class caliber ready to win, probably 10 that were legal that could win. So like I say, just it's a tough one, and to finish third is just a merit to come from 11 too.
Congratulations, your unofficial New Zealand TQ Championship podium. Third place, Peter Honeybell. Second place, Regan Tyler. And your winner, Jeremy Webb.